case of if Randall can score off this ball, really, isn't it?
Keith now goes to Randall on drive, and I think those are the winning runs. It's going down to the sight screen at the far end, being chased by Pascoe. He stops the ball a yard or two short, but they come back to the third run, and Randall has scored the winning run. He is 19 not out, and the players come in 189 for 3 England, and they've won this third test match by 7 wickets to go 2 matches up in the series with just 2 matches left. So a position from which they cannot lose, although of course this position does not guarantee that they will take back the Ashes. And the field being invaded, the police going out there just conducting the crowd so that they don't go onto the wicket, so that they leave this area in front of the pavilion free. A very good-humoured crowd, as it's been all through this splendid game of cricket. Boycott coming in, all the players have shaken hands with each other, at least they've all shaken hands, the Australians, with Randall and Boycott. Boycott's got his arm round Randall, Randall's laughing, Randall's tapping Boycott, Boycott's raising his bat. Both very happy in their different ways. And the Australians being very generous in their applause too, standing aside to let the big-hearted Max Walker go through first. Max Walker, who caused a moment or two of doubt in the England batting just before tea. And while we stand here, the crowd in front of the pavilion have raised a banner which says, "The Queen and Randall rule OK." Well, I think that just about sums up the feeling of this crowd here at Trent Bridge, Fred.
But what a lovely touch. It couldn't have even been contrived that the local hero, Derek Randall, hit the winning runs at Trent Bridge to win this third test match. I think a lot of credit due to England. They've outplayed Australia right across the board. They've outfielded them, outbowled and outbattered them. And really, it is a great triumph for England. They're now 2 up with 2 test matches to play. And it really is a great performance by the England boys, and nothing can be taken from them. And I wonder, somebody was saying earlier about only 2 years ago or whatever it was when Mike Dinessa's side was humiliated like it was in Australia, that the cycle has turned like it has, and England are now 2 up. It just shows you that world-class players like Stackpole, Redpath, Chappell, and of course Dennis Lilly, who's not here, the hole or the gap in Australia's side has been too big to breach in such a short time, and England have taken full advantage of it, and they've played very, very well indeed. And my congratulations go to the England side. Well led, I thought, by Mike Brealey. The triumphant return of Geoff Boycott, a wonderful performance by Alan Knott. The fielding of the whole side, absolutely superb, fantastic. Australia will now have to think what they're going to do, but they must be a little delighted with Rick McCosker, who has come back and sorted out one of their biggest worries, and that was the opening partnership where they have struggled. And Rick McCosker, I thought, was quite easily the best of the Australian batsmen in this match. He looked very, very good indeed, and back to something like we know how he can play, and getting over that dreadful injury that he received in the centenary test and the broken jaw. But for me, fantastic. Cricket, wonderful. It's worth watching anywhere in the world.
And the applause you hear are for the players coming out onto the balcony, around to our left. They're out of sight from us, but I have no doubt that Randall is among them from the way in which this splendid flag is being waved. Now, and on the scoreboard we have got the splendid George, the scorer, our friend in the scorebox, has put up against Randall's name, which he's left on the board, 999. And George is giving us a wave, he's listening to us. So, for everyone here, I think Randall might just as well have got 999. He's the first home Nottinghamshire player to play in a test match at Trent Bridge since Reg Simpson played against Pakistan in 1954. And it was he, a few minutes ago, who on-drove Kerry O'Keefe for 3, which gave England the winning runs in this third test match. A moment that he will never forget. A moment, too, that all those thousands of people down below us looking up and cheering at Randall's antics and all the rest of the players on the England balcony, will equally never forget. Really a tremendous scene. Thousands of people down below us, a great sea of faces looking up, chanting, clapping, and even the policeman is waving his hands to a rather middle-aged policeman having a tremendous smile. And really Randall, I think, has gone to the hearts of this crowd. A splendid scene. Well, the scorecard today. Back to the sober details. England began today at 17 for no wicket, needing 172 more to win. Brearley was 5 not out, Boycott was 12 not out. You hear the calling for Boycott in the background, and I think shows how generous the crowd are, that they've forgiven him this run out of Randall in the first innings, and they've very much taken him to their hearts as well. Well, the scorecard today. Brearley bowled Walker for 81, the first wicket falling at 154. Not Ford O'Keefe bowled Walker for 2, and as I talk, Boycott comes out onto the balcony. A triumphant return to Test cricket for him. Not, to repeat that, Court O'Keefe bowled Walker for 2. Gregg bowled Walker for 0. Boycott not out 80. This to go with his 107 in the first innings. And you can listen to the reception down here below us that he is getting at this moment. And then Randall, who as the flag says down in front of us, the Queen and Randall rule okay. Randall not out 19, and England of 81.2 overs made 189 for 3 in 311 minutes to win this third Test match by 7 wickets.